Good evening. Welcome to Thai PBS English News Service. Tonight you're with me, Rungtip Chodapalai. In just the past 2 months, 4 car accidents involving vehicles falling from the elevated expressways have occurred. Today, another tragedy when a car fell from the Chalonglat Expressway heading toward Bang Na and Lamluka. After viewing CCTV images, police officers found that the car had been traveling at very high speed. This car was found in a canal beneath the Chalonglat Expressway. The impact was so great that the engine was thrown from the car and was found nearby. The CCTV footage shows that the car was traveling at very high speed as it approached a fork in the road heading to Lamluka and Bang Na before hitting traffic signs. The car then fell from expressway. The driver, 35-year-old Kongpop Patara was badly injured. He is now safe and is being treated for his injuries at Sai Mai Hospital. Within the past 2 months, 4 car accidents have occurred at this Y-shaped intersection, causing cars to fall from expressway. Meanwhile, Bangkok Metropolitan Administration or BMA is in the process of installing 18 sets of equipment which help to reduce effects of a crash. It is expected to improve the chances of survival in crashes in speeds up to 80 to 110 km per hour. Following the Phuket discotheque fire last week, the Office of the Public Sector Anti-Corruption Commission or PACC is to investigate whether police officers in Phuket are involved with allowing extended opening hours of the discotheque or not. Meanwhile, Phuket governor is preparing to order the demolition of the discotheque and to declare the surrounding area dangerous zone. Phuket Governor Tri Akharadesha prepares the process to order the tearing down of the remains of the Tiger discotheque after a fire damaged the structure of the building. He is also intending to declare the area a danger zone. During the investigation, architects in Phuket found that the building was designed as a commercial building before being modified into a discotheque, including the installation of a 40% foam insulation material. They also found 3 or 4 out of 7 were below standard because the stairs are not extended to the ground. Meanwhile, a Tiger discotheque executive is to meet the cost of compensation for the families of the 4 people who died in the blaze to the tune of up to 1 million baht each. He insisted that the discotheque was not operating beyond normal opening and closing times, but many tourists were inside due to heavy rain that night. This is in contrast to reports from many witnesses who said that the discotheque usually closes at 4 a.m. The Office of the Public Sector Anti-Corruption Commission is to investigate whether police officers in Phuket are involved in allowing the pub to open beyond the official license hours. However, it is now 4 days since the tragedy and police in Phuket have not yet filed any charges against Tiger discotheque. A meeting of the National Security Council will be held tomorrow to go over the framework and boundaries of each officer's responsibility. At the same time, the Council has instructed the Royal Thai Police Office to track Cambodian Muslims who may be associated with the violence in the respective far south and produce a report after Ramadan ends. It has been reported that a group of roughly 1,000 Cambodian Muslims enter Thailand through Sakao province each day. Authorities suspect that they may be associated with the southern insurgency. Major General Dittapon Samit, spokesperson for the Internal Security Operations Command, said that he has instructed the Royal Thai Police Office to gather clear information about the matter and produce a report after Ramadan ends. Meanwhile, Deputy Prime Minister Yuttasak Sasiprapha is calling for a meeting of the National Security Council tomorrow to discuss the operation plans for the Southern Border Provinces Administrative Center before it gets forwarded to the Prime Minister for approval. More details will be added to the development plan. Concerns over possible government intervention in the Bank of Thailand or BOT persist, and the central bank's chairman said although he does not have any direct authority to set the direction of the BOT's work, he still hopes that the country's economy is not to be controlled by inflation targeting.
At a seminar today, participating experts on Thai economy shared the same opinion, that the European and the American economies are still at risk, and this will inevitably slow down the Thai economy. Therefore, Thailand must stimulate both domestic consumption and investment. Additionally, Virapong Ramakul, chairman of the Bank of Thailand, revealed that while he has no direct authority to set the direction of the BOT's work, he hopes that the country's economy is not to be controlled by inflation targeting, which he said would come with a considerable cost. Thanin Jerawanon, president of the Jaran Pokapan Food Group, agreed, saying that Thailand should not worry about the inflation problem because it can be solved by increasing people's income level. Furthermore, the Bank of Thailand should relax its monetary policy to stimulate domestic consumption and investment amidst a slowdown in the world economy.
Police officers in Sakonnakhon province are preparing to file a suit against rice farmers who are involved in corruption in the government's rice pledging scheme, following an interrogation of all the 146 farmers participating in the program. The authorities discovered that some have received too much money from pledging their crop. Police officers have completed interrogating all of the 146 rice farmers participating in the government's pledging scheme. A meeting will be held this week to conclude the case findings, while preparations are being made to file a lawsuit against those who have committed graft, but particularly those who have received too much money from pledging their crop. 3 employees of the Public Warehouse Organization, or PWO, who were found guilty of corruption, have also been dismissed. They were caught reducing the moisture level and the weight of pledged rice, as well as issuing fake Patuan documents, a document which farmers present at a bank to get compensated for rice pledging. Meanwhile, the Department of Special Investigation, or DSI, have visited mills in Buriram province to investigate the corruption problem, but still have not found any abnormalities in the operation. The DSI has asked the police to increase scrutiny of the issuing of Patuan documents, as fake ones have been issued before, affecting more than 400 rice farmers. While Thailand sees an opportunity in developing the tourism sector for economic growth when the ASEAN Economic Community, or AECs, become a reality in 2015, limitations in using foreign languages among Thai people can be the barrier to reaching the goal. I spoke with Pongsak Asakul, chairman of the Thai Chamber of Commerce, about the Thailand's strengths and the weaknesses as we approach the AEC and what needs to be done in order to get ready and to take advantage of economic integration.
In the industry that we are pretty strong, I think, on the services that we should be looking at, especially on tourism. Mm-hmm. Tourism is a big item. We are talking about 1 million income that we should get. But if we don't act and then we don't work together to the benefit really and eliminate all the obstacles that we have, whatever that we face now, try to make them believe that we are a safe country in the first place. And number 2, that we are on the ecological trail, that we try to do our best to protect our environment. As European and many other country people love to have this, especially the Japanese. We should bring them in to know that Thailand present all this to them. Number 2 is the medical hub. We talk a lot about medical hub. We are really ready for medical hub. We have the best doctor in the world, and we have all the best hospital here. Only thing to do is how to get the nurses and all other relevant industry that will help to promote this medical hub and make sure that when they come, we treat them well and give them all the, because we have
so they come back, right?
Other than the medical things, that they would get treated nicely, and they could even have relaxation after the treatment. We have all the places for them to go. Tourism will come in also, so these two can go together hand in hand actually.
So what would you think that would be the weakness of Thailand moving towards AEC?
I think language is one problem. English is going to be the ASEAN language, so we should be more proficient on the English language. We should be able to do so if education system will be improved But don't never forget the languages of all the connecting country around us, because the culture, we are very similar in many ways, and we should learn to know them much better, to be able to converse to them in their own languages, because that will help to bring in a lot of tourists to us, and for us to go and do business on the other side also, it will be beneficial to them too.
Today, the Asian Development Bank, or ADB, released its latest report on the economic prospects in Myanmar, highlighting that the country will grow by 6% this year and as much as 8% if reform is kept on track. Still, many challenges remain, including roads that do not meet construction standards, while more money is to be spent on improving basic infrastructure. The ADB advises that the once isolated country needs a more efficient tax collection system to cope with the rise in public investment. Here's more from Tut Sapor.
The Asian Development Bank projected that Myanmar's economy will expand by 6% this year, and if reform remains on course, the country could potentially grow by 7 to 8% per annum. This would triple Myanmar's gross domestic product, or GDP per capita, by 2030 and transform it into middle-income economy in less than 2 decades. However, amidst rapid economic development, Myanmar needs to keep its growth at an appropriate rate.
Well, the reforms and the liberalization are critical for the country's development, but at the same time it has to be made sure that it comes in a sequential manner. Like when the economy has a very weak macroeconomic management and a very weak sort of regulatory capacity, like the large and volatile capital flows could turn into a very destabilizing force in many developing transition economies.
The ADB report also emphasized Myanmar's strategic location as being a key contributor to growth. The nation is situated at the heart of ASEAN and sits between two large economies, China and India, which can help spur trade and investment. Other advantages include its young labor force and copious natural resources, from natural gas to minerals. Sin Yong Park further revealed reform in Myanmar is no longer just words, but action is already underway through government initiatives such as an ongoing deliberation over the country's new investment law.
Myanmar has recently passed the new central bank law that provides the central bank with operational autonomy so that it can more work exclusively on ensuring the price stability. Myanmar in April also introduced the unified single exchange rate that is based on the market relatively, and then with a benefit flow system.
Despite the good prospects, Myanmar remains affected by many challenges. For example, 1 in every 4 Burmese people are living below the poverty line and do not have access to stable electricity, and only 1 in every 5 roads meet proper construction standards. Therefore, investment in basic public services need to be fostered, which means that a more efficient tax collection system must be established to handle the rise in government spending. Tu Sapor, ThaiPBS.
Thank you to Sapor. Rescue crews in the Philippines continue to search for an influential Philippine politician 2 days after he went missing in an airplane crash at sea. Military helicopters were helping to expand the search area, while special divers arrived in the central island of Masbate to help locate the plane of Interior Secretary, which crashed on Saturday. Here's more from Hugh Adams.
The Philippine President Benigno Aquino spent the night on the central island of Masbate to monitor the search for Robredo, who is both a key aide and a close personal friend. However, Transport Secretary for the Philippines Ma Roxas, who is also monitoring the search, conceded that there has been no positive news. The plane carrying Robredo, an aide and 2 pilots, went down about a kilometre from Masbate on Saturday. So far, only the aide has been rescued. Helicopters are now searching a wide area of sea and surrounding islands, while special equipment has arrived in Masbate to allow divers to reach a depth of 300 feet where the plane might lie. Though some wreckage from the plane, including the flight manifest, has been recovered from the water, the seabed is so deep that ordinary scuba divers cannot reach it. Despite the dimming hopes, the Aquino government is still holding a vigil at a Roman Catholic chapel for Robredo, who was an early supporter of the president and a key leader in the government's reformist program. As Interior Secretary, Robredo was in control of the country's 143,000-strong national police force, which has long been dogged by accusations of corruption and abuse. He also oversaw local government officials, including some politicians who use private armies to enforce their will. In recent months, he had been cracking down on financial irregularities in the police force and was working to dismantle the private armies ahead of national elections in 2013. Hugh Adams, ThaiPBS.
Thank you, Kuni Hugh. And here at ThaiPBS News, we have new job opportunities for English language reporters working for our English news service. If you are interested and would like more information, please visit ThaiPBS website. And if you are interested, send your resume to us at job@thaipbs.or.th. And that wraps up today's edition of ThaiPBS English News Service. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Rung Tip Chonapalai. Have a good night. สวัสดีค่ะ